Hey guys, it is finally time for me to start with disassembling. I had some problems that I had to solve that were in regard with the speedometer and the mileage sensor, because these were the parts that were broken and missing when I disassembled the gearbox. And here it is, the sensor that was out of place, and apparently it was the cause for these two pieces to get broken, because apparently somehow this sensor was able to come out of its place, and that was causing this little shaft and this gear to just fall out of their places and end up in the way of the differential and the gears, and that led to milling them out to these tiny pieces of plastic which were scattered all over the gearbox. So I'm hoping that this won't happen again. So I have replaced this seal that is now way more tight than before. This seal I couldn't find, so I was forced to leave it, although this is way too soft and it doesn't do any job at all. And the two pins, as you can see over here, are reinforced because they were way too loose. I don't know how and when this happened, but these plastic locks were nearly touching the center of the sensor, so that allowed for this sensor to move up and down freely. And in the spread of the moment, as you can see, I just used these small pieces of wood over here to separate the two pins away from the center, and added a bit of rubber silicone, so this is now like a shock absorber that is reinforcing the locking pins, and now it's stuck in its place. When you insert this, it doesn't go anywhere. So finally, after trying to clean, I did my best, because I don't have the opportunity to use the power wash. Now it's way too cold, and I can't use the proper chemicals and stuff to just shine the gearbox, but I did my best. This is the outside, don't mind that. Here it is. I have cleaned it the best way that I could, and that took some time. So now I'm gonna try to assemble the differential. I'm gonna start with this. So after that I'm gonna try to assemble the gears and so on and so on. So if you're interested, stay tuned, and I'm gonna begin now, because as I mentioned before, I have a very limited time during the day, because it is a very short day and there is not much of a light. This is an exception now. I'm just glad that there is some sunshine and it is a little bit warmer, but there is wind as well, which is cold, of course. And with that being said, there is not much of a time to work, and even less for me to explain what I'm doing. So I'm sorry for that, but I'm a little bit pressured by the time, because this car is not mine, it is a friend of mine's, and it has been sitting here for a very long time now, and I'm just trying my best to assemble it and get it back on the road. So if I miss to explain some of the stuff, I'm sorry about that, but I'm trying my best to capture what I can. And some of the times I'm not moving the camera a lot, and some of the things are not in frame. This is due to the fact that I'm always my hands are always oily, and I can't wash every 5 minutes, because I have to finish this. And this is it for now. I'm gonna just mount the camera and start working. So I'm hoping that you're gonna be able to see what I'm doing. And this is it for now. Enjoy the next part. As you can see, this is finally inserted into place. Now I can get the differential back in, and this is the position of the sensor. Now, as you can see, now it doesn't go out anymore, which is a good sign. And I'm gonna apply a little bit of sealant on the edge just in case, because I don't want this to get out. But now, even if I try to pull it, it doesn't go out like before, so I'm confident in it and I'm not gonna worry anymore. So let's get to inserting the differential. This is the last piece for the differential that I'm gonna have to install, and then I'm gonna start adding the shafts, the gears and stuff like that. So guys, this is all for tonight. As you just saw, I tightened all the bolts that were combining the two halves, and now the gearbox is one whole piece, and the only thing missing is the fifth gear. I'm gonna mount this tomorrow because it is already pretty dark and I don't see well. I'm sorry about the lighting situation, but this is what I can do for the moment, and this is gonna be all for tonight. It's already pretty late, so I'm gonna call it off. Apparently all the gears work. I don't know why the order is like that. I haven't thought about it, but everything seems to be fine. And now I'm gonna check to see if the shaft is spinning. And this is gonna be all. The only thing that is left for me is to mount the rubber seal and this hood over here, and this is gonna be all for this gearbox.